Hey there, welcome to my YouTube channel. Wishing you a very happy new year 2024. And today I'm gonna be reviewing this fountain pen. This is the Platinum PREPPY. It's a Japanese fountain pen. Platinum is a Japanese company, was established in 1919 by Shunichi Nakata. For over 90 years, Platinum has been making fine writing instruments and makie fountain pens. Uh, they are well known and they are well established for technology design that they have innovated in their fountain pens, that if you keep their fountain pens with ink and capped for a period of long time, it will prevent dry out issues for whenever if you start writing with the fountain pens after a long time. I will show you what is that technology that they have innovated in their fountain pens. What I will do in this video, I will show you the parts of this fountain pen. I will do a writing sample with this, and I will tell you what I like and what I don't like about this fountain pen. So let's get started. So, Platinum PREPPY, right beside a Pilar Metropolitan and a Parker Frontier for size comparison. As you can see, it's a decent standard size fountain pen. Now let's look at the parts. As you can see, 05 is written on the cap finial. This is the nib size of this fountain pen. It's a medium size nib fountain pen. One thing is that this cap finial and clip is one piece of plastic, of injection molded plastic. So and the clip of this fountain pen is very much flimsy. If you want to put a pressure, if you can break this clip of this fountain pen, and it's not much secure when clipped on a shirt pocket. So if you want to carry it on a shirt pocket, I won't suggest you to carry it on a shirt pocket, as it's not does not clip very securely on the shirt pocket. I use my fountain pen carry case to carry this fountain pen. Now the innovation technology design that Platinum has used in their fountain pens are that this inner cap liner, as you can see, this white transparent cap liner is attached to a spring loaded mechanism at the cap finial, at inside of this cap finial. As you can see, this spring loaded spring. What happens is that when you cap this fountain pen with ink in it, and you keep this fountain pen for a long period of time without using this fountain pen, when you will uncap to write with this fountain pen, the pen will start writing without any hard starts or dry issues on this nib. So the technology is that, if you can see the play on the cap liner with the spring on it, this what happens is that this creates a vacuum inside of this cap liner to prevent the nib from dry out issues. So let me, if I can, just let me show you with this another thing. Let me show you with this ballpoint pen as a so that I can show you the better of this mechanism. So yeah, as you can see the play, just look at this play at this spring of the cap liner. This is what happens. This creates the vacuum when you creates a tight seal at the nib area to prevent keep the pen from drying out. Now the barrel tapers down to a barrel end, which is an injection molded mark. In the barrel, it is written M for medium. 0.5 is the line thickness of this fountain pen. Platinum PREPPY is written fountain pen made in Japan. And at the end of the barrel over here is the QR code. Now this is a snap cap fountain pen, as you have seen, and the click sound of this fountain pen while capping and uncapping is very satisfying. I especially like the uncapping of this fountain pen. It sounds like as if the vacuum is being cut off. This sound is very much satisfying. Now the cap post and it posts very deeply. As you can see, the back of the barrel is almost touching the cap liner, and it creates a very balanced fountain pen because the cap does not have any weight, even with the spring at the finial. The cap does not have any weight, and the pen itself also does not weigh that much, so it's a very comfortable writer for long writing sessions. You won't feel that you are writing with a fountain pen even for long writing sessions. There won't be any hand fatigues or finger cramps while using this fountain pen. Now the nib over here is a different kind of a nib, not standard nib what you find in other fountain pens. It is a stainless steel nib, guys, with the stamp of the breather hole, but the breather hole is not cut off, but the stamp is over there. This is their nib design. Then P is written engraved on the middle of the nib for platinum, and 05 is their nib line variation. Now and the feed is a plastic feed, as you can see, without any fins or combs on the both side of the feed. Now this nib, if you want to change the nib with any other nib, you can do that because you won't get this nib in any other stores or anywhere, because this nib and feed is a single unit. As you can see, this plastic is an injection molded plastic feed. With the nib, you cannot even take the nib out of the feed, because these two are attached very tightly on top of each other, and on the body of this plastic rod over here, the ink will flow into the nib. So what you have to do is that over here you can see this hole. You just have to hold your nib and feed with your fingers and just simply gently put it inside of this hole, and that's it. Now this section, as you can see, it's a transparent section, and inside of this section is the ink channels. This ink channel does not comes out for cleaning or maintenance purpose. It is inside of this section. You won't be able to take it out by any means possible. And over here you can see that ink has been accumulated in this ink channel, and it will be visible in this clear transparent fountain pens. This is the good thing I like about demonstrator fountain pens, is that you can see all the inner mechanisms of the fountain pen. And another thing is that if you want to clean this ink channel completely, you won't get any luck, because there will be stains in between the ink channel and the clear transparent section, so it won't get 100% clean out of this pen. Now the barrel comes unscrews into a hollow, completely hollow without any hole barrel. You can use this fountain pen as an eyedropper. I will show you how to use this in later video as an eyedropper. I will make a separate video of it. Now this pen is a cartridge converter type fountain pen, but Platinum provides this Platinum default cartridges with their fountain pen. And this as you can see, the opening of this cartridge, just if I can yeah, as you can see, the opening of this cartridge is very big. So you can't use any international standard size converters of cartridge in this fountain pen. You only have to use these supplied platinum cartridges, or you have to buy separately platinum converters, which are much more costlier than this fountain pen. There was there was a metal ball at the end opening of this fountain cartridge. What you have to do is that you just have to simply push the cartridge into this nipple at the end of this section, from where the ink will, over there, this black nipple in between the section. From there the ink will flow through this ink channel and into your nib. And now the ink, after pushing the cartridge into the section, the ink, the metal ball is now inside of this cartridge. Now what purpose that this metal ball does is that it acts as an agitator inside of this cartridge. Sometimes ink gets suspended at the end of the cartridge or converter when it's low, running low on ink. What happens is that then the metal ball agitates the ink and breaks the surface tensions inside of the ink cartridge or converter, and the ink will now then flow into the cartridge, into the into the ink channel and into your nib. Now let me show you the writing sample with this fountain pen. Now this is the Platinum PREPPY fountain pen. The nib is medium, that is 0.5 millimeters. The ink is Shulekha Shwadhin black. Now let's do some writing sample. Let me zoom in a little bit. Quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. It's a quite smooth writer with a bit of feedback. Feedback is there. Now some quick writing. As you can see, no skips, no hard start. It's just a consistent writer and a reliable writer. Now wetness. As you can see, it's not a gusher of a nib. It's a decently wet fountain pen, well adjusted. With line variation, you won't get any line variation out of this nib. As you can see, no line variation. Now some reverse writing. It's quite scratchy, and you will the ink will continue on with, even with reverse writing, but it's not recommended to use for reverse writing. Now let me show you something about this Japanese fountain pen nib variations. Is that over here it is said that it's a medium nib fountain pen. Now Japanese nib gradations tends to run one step higher than Western fountain pen nibs. So let me show you an example of this. So this is the Japanese medium. Now let me show you with an Western fountain pen. This is my PREPPY President. Now you will see that the lines are much thicker in this PREPPY President. Now let me show you with my Parker Frontier. This is the line line of the Parker Frontier. As you can see, Parker Frontier and PREPPY fountain pens lines are much more thicker than this Platinum PREPPY. What happens is that, guys, Japanese nibs runs a step grade higher than Western fountain pens. That is, this one is says medium, but in Western it will be fine nib. So if the Japanese fountain pen says fine, then it will be extra fine in Western fountain pens, and if a Japanese fountain pen says extra fine, then it will be a needle point in Western fountain pens. So these are the difference between Japanese fountain pen nibs and Western fountain pen nibs. And for today, this is it for the writing sample with this platinum PREPPY. Now let me tell you what I like and what I don't like about this fountain pen. So what do I like and what do I not like about this platinum PREPPY? Guys, this was my first Japanese fountain pen, and it's transparent and it's black. So why won't I buy this fountain pen? And it's an amazing writer, guys. It comes in three variants, three nib sizes, that is extra fine, which 0.2, which is Western needle point, that is below extra fine in Western fountain pen nibs. Next one is fine, that is Western extra fine, that is 0.3, and this one which I have is the medium 0.5, which is Western fine. So these are the variants of this fountain pen nib sizes, and this fountain pen comes in various and lots of colors: pink, orange, green, blue, purple, and lots of assorted colors and many limited colors also. I'm just looking down at my notes, so please excuse me. Now this pen is a good beginner fountain pen. For starter fountain pen, I will refer this fountain pen. It's a plastic body, injection molded plastic, good for long writing session, and it's such a lightweight fountain pen. Even when the cap is posted, it's such a lightweight that you won't even feel the fountain pen in your hand while writing. Next is there is no hand fatigue even in longer writing sessions, so it's best for students. Next is as I've told you, that it's a smooth writer and has a hint of feedback in it. This injection molded plastic quality is very good. Not like any other cheap qualities. Yes, this clip, if you want, you can break it with a little bit of force, but why will you break a clip just to see the sturdiness or the quality of the fountain pen? But if you want to break it by pressing it harder with a hand or two fingers, you won't be able to break this fountain pen. The nib is decent. I will say it's not a gusher of a nib. I like wet writing fountain pens, but this one is okay for any kind of papers. Even in simple copier papers also you can write with this fountain pen, but ink might bleed through in some cheap copier papers. So I will suggest use a standard quality paper so that you will get a better writing experience. Next, another thing that I told you is that you can use this fountain pen even as an eyedropper. I have shown you how to make this fountain pen as an eyedropper fountain pen. Even Gule has a video on separate video on this fountain pen, on how to make this fountain pen and eyedropper fountain pen. In future, I will make a video how to make this fountain pen as an eyedropper fountain pen. If you want to use this as an eyedropper fountain pen, I have used this fountain pen as an eyedropper also, and I didn't have a single issue whatsoever while using it as an eyedropper. I just used that silicone grease I've shown you. Just apply it on the section threads and it will be a good to go everyday carry fountain pen. Next, the best part of this fountain pen is that the clip liner inside of the cap that prevents the fountain pen nib from drying out. This spring-loaded mechanism is the best. Has this innovative technology by Platinum. So I have kept what they claim that if you keep this fountain pen for a long period of time inked and not in use, it will start writing once you have uncapped the pen to write. I have kept this fountain pen for over a month or so, and when I uncapped the fountain pen, it wrote first time. So it's a reliable and reliable writer. With consistency, there is no skipping, no hard start, no dry outs. I have written the review, I have handwritten with this fountain pen the review for about 7 pages of review with this fountain pen, and not a single time the fountain pen has skipped or has a hard start or a dry up issue. The nib is such a smooth nib, just a little bit of feedback, which I generally like sometimes, not all the time, because I like smoother nibs. It depends on users, but I kinda like this fountain pen. When you will use this fountain pen as an eyedropper, it will become a much more wetter nib. That time I enjoy this fountain pen even more. Next will be the it's also the maintenance and cleaning of this fountain pen is a little bit easy, not that much easy, because of this ink channel inside of this transparent transparent section, where no matter how much you try, there will be ink stains in that ink channels. So not 100% it will be clean. I have tried it a lot, but the ink stains will remain in that transparent section, which will be visible in naked eye also. Now just what you can as I have shown you, that you can just pull out this nib and feed, which is a simple one unit, and just hold it under the tap, this section under the clear tap water, and you just clean the section like that. The ink channel, as I said, won't be clean 100%. The nib grades, as I have shown you in the writing sample, that Japanese nib grades are one grade lower than Western fountain pen nib grades, and the pricing of this fountain pen is around 400 to 600 rupees, depending on which site of e-commerce you are buying, from Amazon or from Flipkart or from any retailers who sell these fountain pens, like William Fountain Pens is also there, Scubu is there, we sell these fountain pens. That is like 3.5 bucks to 6.5 bucks US dollar. So it's a very cheap fountain pen, inexpensive fountain pen, and it's the best for any fountain pen beginners or students who write longer notes or longer session of writing they used to have. It will be day-to-day companion for your writings, and it's an EDC fountain pen. Means EDC means everyday carry fountain pen. You can carry it anywhere, everywhere, without any thoughts that the ink might not, that the pen might not write properly, or it might get hard starts or skippings. That won't be a problem. I've experienced nothing like those in my past 1.5 year of uses of this pen. And one thing is that in the converter that I told you, that there was a metal ball which acts as an agitator. Let me show you. As you can see, the sound is a metal ball inside the converter, which purpose is for the agitator. What happens is that sometimes when you are using a dry ink, the ink tends to suspend at the end of this converter. Inside the converter, the ink tends to suspend at this converter when the ink is low. So what happens is that that metal ball agitates the ink and breaks the surface tension of this ink, so that the ink flows down at the end of the opening of the converter, and you won't get a hard start or skips while writing. So and this also is compatible with platinum cartridges, which are very costly, I will say. I'm coming to that point in my dislikes of this fountain pen. But this fountain pen comes with this default cartridge inside. All you have to do is just push the cartridge inside of this section, that nipple on the section, and it will give it a minute. Put the pen upside down for a couple of minutes and the pen will start writing. If you don't have ink bottles around you to write with it, it comes with a cartridge. Now what don't I like about this fountain pen is that it's very lightweight. I generally like to use pens which have a heft in it, like Jinhao 159 or Jinhao X 450, Jinhao X 750, those kinds of fountain pens. Metal fountain pens generally I like to use because of the heft. And this is very light pen, which one thing I don't like about these fountain pens. Yes, for long run, for long writing session, it won't pose you any threat of hand fatigues or so. But I generally prefer heavier fountain pens. Next is that what I told you is that this ink channel, if there's ink over here, as you can see, the ink channel that won't get completely clean how much you try. There will be ink stains in it, even if you rinse it in clean water and keep it for 24 or 48 hours. I have done that also. But ink stains will be there and it will be visible through this transparent section. So this is a negative point about this fountain pen. Another, the most dislike about this fountain pen is that platinum provides this cartridge, and it's also compatible with platinum converters, but the opening of the cartridge or the converter is not standard international size. It's as you can see, it's much bigger. The opening is much bigger in this cartridge, even in the converter. So you won't be able to fit any international cartridge or converter even if you lose this default cartridge in this fountain pen. So what you can do, if you don't have any spare cartridges with you, you have to use this pen as an eyedropper, or you have to buy the separate converter, which cost around in between 700 to 900 rupees, which is almost 6 to 9 bucks. So I won't suggest you to buy a converter separately for this fountain pen. If you want, you can buy a pack of cartridges which are sold separately. You will get it in Amazon or Flipkart. It will cost you around 250 to 500 rupees for a pack of 10 or 5 cartridges. That depends on what color or how much pack of cartridges you are choosing. Another thing is that if you run out of ink in this default cartridge, or there is no other way of filling this cartridge other than using a ink syringe or a medical syringe. All you have to do is fill up the syringe with your favorite inks from the ink bottle, and you have to put the needle of the ink syringe inside of this cartridge, and you have to fill this cartridge over and over again every time you're running out of ink. So this is the only way you can use this fountain pen if you don't have the converter lying around. Generally very few users buy those converters, but I will suggest you not to buy those converters, because at the price of one converter you can get two fountain pens. So it will be convenient for you to buy 2 fountain pens at the price of 1 converter, or you can use this as an eyedropper. You will get this much full barrel of ink, almost around 1.5 to 2 ml of ink you will get if you eyedrop this fountain pen. So that's pretty much it about this platinum preppy. Hope this video was useful. I will see you in the next video then. Till then, take care. Bye bye.